Hello friends, welcome back to Pen Delight again. So today's video is slightly different. It's not a pen review or some pen related things.
Yeah.
So I'm with Mr. Naveen. He's part of ESEN Gear. So he is going to tell about his products and show a few of these products and his journey of ESEN Gear. And it's not like simple pens or fountain pens or inks. These are all slightly different, which is not available with many other pen makers. Generally, if you see, most of the pen makers are concentrating on their pens, nibs, inks, and these kind of things, or some pen storages. But ESEN Gear is something different. They come up with some different things. So these are all especially for enthusiasts, by enthusiasts who know clearly what kind of accessories are required for pen enthusiasts, and they concentrated specifically more on that. So let's talk to him and see their products and understand their products better from them.
Thank you so much, Abhinesh, for having me. It'll be brilliant to share all of this with you. Okay, so we just want to talk a little bit about the brand ESEN, how it came to be, and what we are trying to accomplish here. So ESEN essentially came about when Shreyas and I we sat down and we were looking at a lot of things that we enthusiasts like to have, but they're not easily available, right? And somehow some of these things are very specific to the hobby, and it doesn't make sense for the companies to actually make them. Like a simple example of that is like a pencil board, right? Like a pencil board is such a simple thing. It makes a big difference if you're going to be writing in notebooks all day. So it's like a no-brainer that if you're in the fountain pen hobby, you use a pencil board. But there really is no incentive for any brand to just make a pencil board, because look at it. If you buy a pencil board, you're just going to use it for the rest of your life. You're not going to buy 100 pencil boards, right? So pretty much like the market for is super limited. So we looked at products which are like that, which there are like small gaps in the market, and which enthusiasts like us would really love to have. So then we said, you know what, we should get together and we should start making these things. And that's how the brand started. So that's how the name came again. It's essentially for enthusiasts. That's how ESEN came.
Yeah, that the name itself looks very interesting.
Yeah, exactly. So,
and what stands for WOHO?
OHA is just it's an easy to pronounce name. So essentially one of the things that we want to have is like the word Inca is also easy to say, even though in Telugu it means more. OHA is like an exclamation of joy. So that's what OHA is. So OHA essentially is our sub-brand where all the notebooks and accessories will come under that. So that's why you have the OHA notebooks, you have the OHA pencil board, you have the blotting paper. Blotting paper is another beautiful example, right? Like all of us need blotting paper. It makes a big difference in your lives. It literally enables you to use fountain pens for your everyday meetings, right? But it's difficult to get good blotting paper in the market. So that's why we said, okay, we'll make it. And the second bit is we also wanted to make it accessible. So if you look at it, yes, you can buy pencil boards from Hobonichi, for example, but then you'll have to buy it from Japan, ship it all the way here.
Yeah.
And they are more expensive as well. So that is why when we said we'll make blotting paper or we'll make pencil boards, we said it has to be at an accessible price point for all of us. Now, one of the cool things that we encountered when we started doing this is that the fountain pen community has been super supportive, right? So every single thing that we release is tested extensively. It's not just by us, but also by folks from the community. So we have the Hyderabad Fountain Pen Club where we meet every month, and we take inputs from all our members as well. So a whole bunch of our items where once we have a working prototype, we ask them to use it and test it and give us feedback. So that allows us to incorporate all of that back into the product before we finally launch it. So the thing that both Shreyas and I keep saying is we are not going to sell you something that I will not buy or I will not use. So if you look at our bags, our everyday carry, a whole bunch of ESEN stuff will be there. The pouches is how we carry our pen pouches. We write in our notebooks. We carry the pencil boards everywhere.
Yes.
So that is essentially how it goes. So that essentially is the idea behind that thing. Like as enthusiasts, every single thing that we make is something that we ourselves will use, and we are supported by the fountain pen community in this. So the idea here is that's why we never make any of the. We won't end up making something that a whole bunch of people are making and it's easily available. So that is the bottom line. The brand stands for things that enthusiasts want but can't otherwise find easily.
Yeah, that's nice. Let us show some of your products, no?
Okay, so now here we have with us the A5 notebook from ESEN Gear under the OHA range. This is 200 pages of fountain pen paper, fountain pen friendly paper. This is plain, it lays flat, it has a really sturdy cover. The cover is a beautiful teal color and it's plain. So what we can do is you can personalize it. Here I've personalized this with a bunch of stickers that I like. So you can put whatever stickers you want on it. Nice laptop stickers, vinyl stickers, they look really good. The background is not too bright, it also shows up really well. Or of course you can use it inside a A5 cover if that strikes you. Now this paper is fountain pen friendly, it does not show through, there is no bleeding, and it's quite decent in showing off different ink properties. So here, this one, I like using it with the A5 pencil board that is also part of the OHA range. It makes sure that, if I spill ink on it, it won't run inside, or if I press too hard, the impression won't come on the next page. But my favorite feature is not that. That is, if I write on a plain book like this, my writing goes all over the place. But if I put the pencil board behind it, I can actually see the faint lines through that. And that helps me keep my writing straight. So that's my favorite feature of this. Of course, if you're drawing, you can actually turn it around and there's a grid behind. And so that will also help you to get your proportions right. So this is, they're very well when they're used together, which is why we currently have an offer running where you can get both of them together for a combo price. So we've, as you can see, it's like completely written out, and this notebook it just lives in my backpack. So I make a lot of use of this. So then the next product that I want to show you is the OHA swatching kit. Now we've made this swatching kit very portable and easy to carry around. We just put the whole thing in a small plastic box. Inside the plastic box, you actually have the ink spoon with which you can make the swatch and the actual swatch card. Now these swatch cards are made with a specific type of paper, and we've given a little bit of a coating so that when you actually put ink on it, there's a certain design that comes out of it. This is quite nice because it shows off the properties of different inks really well. I just will show you a card with more. So here you can actually see the Lamy Petrol and the Robert Foster's Sinner's Weed that we have done here. And we also have Krishna Jungle Volcano, which is, and of course we have our own Palapita Ika, which is pretty awesome here. So these are ways in which you can use it. Now, a small word about the ink spoon. I know there is it's very funny that you find like something that should be in the kitchen inside a fountain pen accessories box. Now, this spoon is super useful from many viewpoints. The first thing is that to make such a huge swatch, you don't actually use up a lot of ink. You just put a couple of drops of ink here, and you use the curved surface of the spoon to then spread it around like that.
So you can show it in live, right? You can show now.
Yeah, we can do a thing. Yeah. So you waste very little ink. It's very easy to clean as well. So you can just wipe it with a cloth and it's gone. And the cool thing about this whole thing is you can put everything in the box. You can put the spoon inside, and then you just like close it up, and that just goes in your bag. You can carry it with you wherever you go. It keeps it safe. So that's pretty. This is like my favorite toy right now because I like swatching inks a lot. So that's essentially the swatching kit from OHA.
So currently you don't have pens, right? So in future you want to plan any, are you going to launch any pens or nibs?
So there are, so we have talked a lot. Okay, so I have a special complaint, and that is about clips. I don't like any of the clips that we have right now, right? Like there are very few that are actually fully functional, and aesthetically, I'm like, there are so many compromises we make when we buy pens. So initially when we started, we were like, okay, maybe we should get somebody to make clips and all of that. See, these are all things in our heads, but I don't think we will ever become like a clip manufacturer, for example, right? So
Yes.
we will not go down that path. So to answer your questions of whether we will ever make a pen, the right answer to that is maybe. But it's not something. But it's not something very core to our offering, right? Like, because pens of all kinds are there, and we are also super lucky that we have access. If you are a fountain pen enthusiast in India and you're serious, our pen makers are super accessible. Like, you can actually talk to them and you can get them to make the exact kind of pen that you want. So in that market, it's going to be super difficult to like figure out something and say that here is something that is at an affordable price point, but that is not easily available, and we are making it, right? Like, so the pen may not meet that criteria, so it's like highly unlikely, but then you never know, right? So that's why I leave it at a very strong maybe.
Okay.
All right, so now we have another product from OHA, which is a part of ESEN Gear line. So this is a A6 scribbling notebook. It comes with a grid inside, and it comes with a nice hard cover, which is protected by a waterproof transparent cover as well. So here what I have done is I have personalized it with some stickers. So there's also you can do, or you can keep it plain if you prefer it that way. Or of course you can completely take off this cover and then you can put your own A6 cover as well. So inside we have like a place where you can put your names. Then we have these pages where you can use it as a habit tracker. There are 20 of these pages and they have 31 days. You can track 20 habits if you want. So that's more than anybody would like to track. And then of course inside they're all plain grid, and you can see clearly I've been using the scribbling book as a scribbling book. Now what I do is I also use this along with the OHA blotting paper, which is pretty interesting. So if you're like in a hurry and you're like making notes or in a meeting, and then you like finish writing, it's not yet dried, you just keep it here and you like turn the page, go to the next page and you start writing. Now what happens is then, because the blotter is here, it takes up the extra ink and that stops the smudges from happening on the facing page. So the blotter is, you can find it on the website. It comes in like a pack like this, and typically you get a pack, you're pretty much set for life because you're not going to like use up everything. This just one will go on for ever and ever. So it's like that. And another accessory that you can use with the A6 notebook is actually the A6 pencil board, which actually is nice for preventing any impressions from happening on the other pages, especially if you're writing with like a hard nib, or with like a ballpoint pen or a pencil where you're making hard impressions on the paper. So that's the A6 set, the A6 with the A6 pencil board and the blotting paper. So this also comes with a pretty pink bookmark that you can use to put it wherever. So this is a very, it's a rough and ready notebook. It's literally like in school we have our rough notebooks. This exactly is that.
Yeah.
And because of its small size, it's easy to carry. You can carry it in the back pocket of your jeans. You can just chuck it in your backpack. You won't even know it is there. Or if you're carrying a small briefcase, this like lives very well in it. Very lightweight as well. And another thing which is also that if you want to have a larger width for writing, you can use it this way. So that's what I have done here, where I write across the from left to right here. We can write. So that's another trick you can use.
Okay.
All right. So now we have some of the most popular of our products. This essentially are the ESEN pen cases. You would have seen a lot of demo videos of these. So here we actually have like the two pen kangaroo pouch and the 3-pen pouch, and along with the ESEN band which keeps them together so it doesn't go roaming around inside your backpack. So nicely holds 3 pens beautifully, and the kangaroo pouch also has this outside thing. Sometimes I just use it to carry only the band like that. So this is these are our most popular pen pouches, and these designs are also kind of very unique because they're very limited edition. We don't get these fabrics on an ongoing basis. So if there is any of these designs that you really like, the fabric design, make sure you stock up, because once we run out, it's hard to say if we would get it again or not. So now in this we are doing a lot of work. We are like trying to make another different pouch. I will which essentially combines all of these, the goodness of these. There's a zipper pouch in which you can carry like up to 4 pens. But what we really, the big differentiator is a big kangaroo pouch here, into which, you can actually put a bunch of these as well. So you can end up carrying like 10 pens at one point. Or you can put like an A6 notebook, which happily lives there. If you're traveling, your passport sits nicely there. So it's very cool. This is what we are looking to launch. It is in the process of being finalized. There are a few production things we are ironing out. Hopefully in about a couple of months, we should have this in the market as well. So this is the larger pouch from ESEN. Then, of course, we have, this is an old favorite. It's called the Marvel. It's an inkwell that allows you to, even if you have very little, like 1 or 2 ml of ink left, you can just put it here and you can dip your pen in and fill it up. Now, this is super popular. It is sold out on the website now. So for this also, we are developing the next version of it. So stay tuned. Hopefully in the next 2 to 3 weeks, we should have something for you to show you. We've finished prototyping, we've finished testing and all of that. And we are currently in early stages of production. So we will bring you those, the product very soon as well. You all love our inks, and you have a bottle of Palapita Ika here. I know that a lot of you missed this one because it was a super limited edition. So the next, we're working on 2 inks coming up. Hopefully we should have them in the next 6 weeks roughly. This time we are trying to make a larger production run. They will be limited edition as well, but we will have a larger run than, one was 88 and one was 49, but hopefully we'll have a larger production run. So that's where the future products stand as of now.
I observed that recently one new page has come in your ESEN Gear website. It shows, marketplace per pens. So how it is different from regular sale and how it works?
Yeah, okay. Thank you for bringing that up. So this is, we've been working on this marketplace idea for a really long time. The concept of the marketplace is this is a place you come and you are able to buy and sell fountain pens, notebooks, inks, accessories without too much of issues. So typically right now, just like me, I'm sure all fountain pen enthusiasts have a bunch of pens that you don't use at all, right? And yes, 90% of the time, the reason you're not selling is that selling it is a big pain. Correct. Suppose you list it somewhere, they'll be like, you'll have to field 20 calls, people will call you, they will ask you for a very low price, or you have to deal with a whole bunch of back and forth before you get rid of it. And that is literally not something, that puts us off from actually destashing, right? So the marketplace is envisaged as a solution to that. The idea is you send your stuff to us, you can consign it to us, you can give us the details and all of that. We will list it there at your price. Whoever is willing to pay that price can then check out from the website, and then we will, you ship the pen, we'll pay you the money. Okay. So it's a pretty straightforward thing. It's not the only thing, big value proposition here for both buyer and seller is that you don't have to, there's no back and forth. So if I'm going to list my pen for sale at say 100 rupees, yes, and you're willing to pay 100 rupees for that pen, that matches us. So it does not match you with somebody who's willing to pay only 20 rupees for that pen. And that essentially is where we come in.
So the pen shipping will happen from seller to buyer directly.
So that we will work with the seller. So if the seller doesn't want to deal with that, they just send us 50 pens and say, here, you sell it, you ship it, then we will ship it. So that we will work with at the convenience of the seller.
So your website will allow to raise the query and answer the...
Yes. Yeah. So on the website, there are ways to contact us. Okay. And we are very responsive. You write to us, we'll usually get back to you in a day or two. So we keep the channels of communication open. So if any buyer has a very specific question, so this happens even now, by the way, like for all the products that we sell, we actually answer a lot of questions from all of you. So, and it's perfectly understandable, right? Because this is something that you're looking to use in your everyday life, and you obviously want to know more about it before you buy it. So absolutely, we will continue doing that. And when it comes to the marketplace, we will also be able to answer all the queries.
So thanks a lot, Naveen. So I understand better more about this one.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me on the show. And support of people like you and people from the community. That's what keeps us going, and that's what
Yes.
makes us make more and more products. So thank you for having me
No,
and
my pleasure.
allowing me to
My
showcase
pleasure.
everything that we do.